Hello students, welcome to Avision SSC Bank exams. I'm Sneha ma'am and today I'm back with our practice sessions as we've been doing for the last 5 days. So what we are doing is basically I'm collecting all the English questions from your past papers and we are solving it, and I'm discussing with each option that how you will select your correct answer, how would you distinguish between the answer, कैसे पता चलेगा कि कौन सा correct answer है, and why is it the correct answer. We are actually discussing each options and examining them and talking about them, and then we are solving the papers. So each session I'm trying to do at least like 10 to 15 questions like this. So if you haven't checked out the previous videos on practice sessions as well as the other topic videos which I have done, like verbs, tenses, then subject verb agreement, narration, voice, everything, do check them out. Please do see those videos. Okay, I have been seeing this comment from Bajirao. Okay, I will actually, dear, I have been trying to discuss this antonym and synonyms in my practice sessions. Okay, I have been trying to do that, but I will later at the end of the practice sessions, like suppose that maybe after a few days I will try to give you a separate video on antonyms, synonyms. Okay, if possible I will try to collect those. Acha, for that I have actually told in my previous video that how to study, that I can share a piece of advice with you. That will be like, see, when you study adjectives na, so what do you do is when you come across many words, right? So vocabs, antonym synonym is related to what? Vocabs. So and vocabs is what? Just increasing in the knowledge of your word stock and understanding the meaning of each, knowing their opposite and similar meaning words, and also knowing where to use them, because you can't use every word in every context. Adjectives from the books, or when you study listen to the videos made here by me on adjectives and everything, what do you do is maybe write down antonyms. Okay, write them each with 5 maybe, learn their meaning, just know their meanings. No point in memorizing those. So that will actually increase your word knowledge very much. So before the exams, I mean, you can just go through the pages and then it will be very good if you try to do like that, I believe. Okay, so yes, thank you, and keep listening to our videos. So let's start today's video. I will like to start today's video, I mean the practice sessions, without much delay. So yeah, and in fact, you know what, the most important portions from the for your exams are basically this vocabs, then voice, narration. All these are extremely important. I mean, extremely important. Though in each paper, no, when I solve the papers for you all, I almost find like in every paper, in every 15-20 questions, per 15-20 questions there are at least 4 narration and voice questions, and also many vocab questions as well. So yes, you just need to bear a little time because it takes a little time to download the PPT. Yeah, once it gets downloaded, we can start. Just a second, and okay, I would like to say in the meantime that if you haven't yet checked the previous videos, because why I keep telling you this, because voice, narration, whatever are the important topics now in your exam, they are mostly related to your verbs and tenses. Without these two, you can't actually imagine sitting in your exam. Without this, you can't even solve your things. So that is very important, that you need to keep in mind. That is why, and here in the videos I have tried to explain with each example, with various kinds of example, with the help of that. So yeah, that is there. It just takes a little bit time for the PowerPoint to open. Just a second for the people. I'm very sorry for the delay being caused. Um, okay, if possible, we can keep studying from this Google Docs only, because it's taking quite time and I don't think students would like that. Okay, to start from here, your first question is a vocab question. Okay, the question is, just a second. Okay, your first, I would request the students to please bear with me. Okay, I will definitely open this slide. It's just taking some time. I don't know why today. It usually does not happen like this, but today it's happening. Yeah, I guess it will open now. Just wait. Actually, these days the laptops also, they decide to take updates and everything work they have to do when you have some important thing. That is very annoying. Yes, so finally our PPT is open. Thank you for bearing. Okay, now starting with it. Yeah, I would request the students to forward the video to your friends or anyone who might need it. Okay, because they also can get benefited like you. So our thing is, yes, so starting with this, your first question, as I said, is a vocabulary question, as I said, like the correct word is needed. So here it says health should be our first priority and should never be dash. Okay. Now going through each of the words, we will actually see that what are the meanings. First is neglected. The first word is neglected. The meaning of neglected is what is that is when you just don't take care of something, right? So that is there. The second, what is the meaning? Discarded. Discard means what? To throw away something, right? And third is declined. Declined meaning to when something you don't do, you pass on the offer. That is called declining. Decline something. Yes, that kind. So first is neglected. Second is discarded. Third is declined, when you don't take an offer, decline that. And suspended is to stop something, suspend something. The correct answer that would go here, I believe, with answers is number one or A, that is neglected. Because what neglected means when you don't take care of that. And it says that health should be our first priority, should never be neglected. So this is our correct answer. And this is where you must learn your vocabularies, increase your knowledge of words, which is important. Yeah. The next is what? The second is what? A colorblind person should not able to dash between colors. Okay, number one is what does this mean? We all know a colorblind person means people say that are you colorblind? तुमको colors नहीं दिखता है. So yeah, that. So colorblind people को क्या होता है? What happens is they can't understand and differentiate between colors. Okay, for them The world is only one color. So according to that, you have to choose your thing, your answer. Distinguish is what? Distinguish means that differentiate. Okay, differentiating between options. Okay, number 2 is define. Define means, define does not go with here, right? Because define means when you say more about something, so that is not relevant to our question. Observe is what? Observe is carefully observing something, carefully seeing something. When आप जब मतलब बहुत carefully कुछ देखते हो, उसको समझते हो, that is observing. And glance is something very different. Glance means to just take a look at something, एक बार देखना. So if you pay attention, you will see how 3 and 4 options are related na. They are almost synonyms, observe, glance, but they are not applicable here in our question. So the perfect is distinguish, number 1 option, because why? It means to differentiate between colors, which is important. Okay, number 4 is what? Amit has the good command on English as he was born and brought up in England. Okay, now this is again an error correction question, sentence correction question, right? Sentence correction, SC, I'm writing in short. And which portion, what is the error, that you have to find out. Carefully see has the command over English. Do we say has the good command, or do we say a good command, which is more proper? Because the is something particular. The we can't use randomly, right? A good command is more appropriate over here. Has a good command, that is the usual thing that we say. Command is not something definite, and the other options are not relevant. A better command, the best command, obviously ये सब तो नहीं होगा, because there is no comparison. A good command is okay. So our answer is number 1, a good command. Number 5 is select the indirect narration. See, as I've said, direct, indirect, this narration chapter is extremely important, means you can't afford to miss practicing or listening to videos, practicing with the help of examples. Our question is what? He said to me, what time do the banks open and close? Okay, so this is a question, and this you have to pay attention, because if you have watched my video on narration, you will find that I made actually 2 videos, one on normal statements and the other on together on various other type of sentences like question, requests and orders, I believe. Yeah, so for questions there are particular techniques and words that you have to write, only that will be correct. So our first option is what? He asked me what time the banks opened and closed. This seems proper, because firstly, why? Because it is asked, number 1. This is a question. Questions means to ask. What time do the banks open and close? This is a simple present question statement, right? Present. I'm writing it very badly, I hope you understand. Okay, present. So I've already told in the videos on narration that whatever tense we will have over here in the direct speech, in our present tense, that exact past tense will be there in our indirect speech. That means if it is a simple present tense, we will have a simple past tense. If it is present continuous, it will be past continuous. वही वाला past का लगेगा. So present, simple present है तो simple past आ जाएगा in the indirect speech. So we can easily understand. तो banks opened, closed, तो इनका past form सीधा सीधा आ गया. So we can be confident that this is our answer. Other options we can just see and understand why they are not the answers, because the second says he said me what time did the banks open and close. Absolutely wrong, because asked तो नहीं है, said नहीं होगा, and did the banks open close नहीं आएगा, opened and closed. So this will be the correct one. Number 3 is he wanted to know what time. no, this is something different, because this is not like the exact indirect speech that we used to write. And number 4 is, he asked me what time do banks open close. अच्छा, so same reason, just ask दिया है लेकिन opened and closed दे दिया, जहाँ पे opened आएगा closed आएगा, so they are not your answer. Number 1 is the answer, which has all the correct options. Okay, moving on to our next thing. Okay, see here, there are many antonyms, synonyms. In fact, all these 6 questions are related to vocabs, which is very good. Okay, see carefully. Number 1 is, write the appropriate synonym of the given word, deficiency. So what is synonym? I hope you know, that is the same meaning words, right? So same meaning words of deficiency. Now we have to know what is the meaning of deficiency. Deficiency means kami. In the most proper way, it can be defined as something which is lacking. We doctors say na, there is a deficiency of iron in your blood, there is a deficiency of something, sodium, potassium in your body. So what does that mean? We lack in that element. There is a lack. There has to be something added to that. So deficiency means lack. Yeah, so same meaning word has to be there. Let's go through our words. Number 1 is abundance. Abundance is the totally opposite word of deficiency, because abundance means many, बहुत सारा. Abundance means much, abundant, there much quantity, more quantity. That is abundance. Okay, efficiency is something not related to all this. Efficiency means when someone works or they are very expert in their work. Okay, efficient, very able. Okay, that is efficiency, able. Sufficiency. Sufficiency means according to your needs, you have all the things. Sufficient, enough. Actually, it means enough. Enough food, sufficient resource, sufficient money. Then that means kafi hai, enough. But inadequacy, see number 4 option, it says inadequacy. Inadequacy is the proper synonym of deficiency. Why? Because inadequacy also means the same thing, lack. Okay, that is our answer. Our number 4 is our answer, that is inadequacy, because this means the same. Inadequate, that means lack, and deficiency also means lack. So this is our answer. Number 2 is again an antonym. Antonym means opposite, that I've told. So our question is sluggish. Okay, now sluggish, what does this mean? Sluggish means slow. Sluggish means slow, which takes time to move, especially related to movement. We usually say, what are the examples? The traffic is extremely sluggish today. That means the traffic is extremely slow, takes time to move. And we need our opposite meaning word to that. Okay, now let's see our options. Number 1 is weak. Weak is not related to sluggish. Weak is related to strength, right? Strength and weak. Weak is very kamzor, that does not have the required strength. That is weak. Weak is not our answer. Sedentary is different. Sedentary means something sleepy. That is also not our answer. So cross. Okay. Dull is again different. Dull means not bright, very gloomy, sad kind of thing. Dull, andhera. So that is dull. But active, see active can be our answer, because active is the totally opposite of sluggish. Sluggish means slow, not active, and active means very fast. Someone who is active, who keeps doing things regularly, right? That is active. Number 4 is again an antonym. Okay, we missed number 3. Number 3 is spelling. So when I say you study vocabs include three things, that is spellings, then antonyms, and synonyms. All three are important, okay, because there are words have to be on your mind every time. You have to use the proper words in various situations later, and most importantly is the spelling that has to be clear, absolutely. And the best way to practice that is write them out. When you come across any confusing word, write them around 5 times. Write 5 times. Okay, do practice it that way and you will never forget the spelling. Number one, so our word is definite, and what is the correct form of spelling? See how confusing all the options are. Definite, number one is with an A, that is absolutely wrong. Definite, it has E in the wrong place, also wrong. Number three has an E in the wrong place, again not correct. Number four is our correct answer because it's definite. We say definite, but we use an AI with it. So that is our answer. Number four is an antonym, again opposite. So our question is hostile. Now what is the meaning of hostile? I can write it over here. Hostile means enemy like, actually. Okay, hostile means not friendly, subject to enmity, or they are prone to fighting, a shatru. So hostile is that. Now our options are: number one, amiable. Amiable means friendly. Okay, amiable means friendly, harmony, all these other related words. When you have friends and when you have cordial relations with people, अच्छी relations होते हैं, that is amiable. Number two is violent. Violent is actually a synonym of hostile, so obviously that won't be the answer. Adverse is something different. Adverse means very tough. Adverse is not hostile. In fact, it can be a synonym of that, because hostile situations we use adverse situations interchangeably, that is used. Unfavorable is related to adverse only, so that is not the answer. Hostile in connection to relations, it's enemy for relations, but when it is related to situation, it means it means unfavorable, actually. Bad situations, not in your favor. Things when they are not going in your favor, not in favor. Okay, so that is hostile. Hence, our answer is amiable. This is our correct answer because amiable means friendly and hostile is enmity. So that gives our answer. Number 5 is one word substitution. Okay, one word substitution. When you have a definition like question and you have to substitute it with your answer, that is one word. Okay, our question is a short story with a moral, usually with animals as character. I'm sure in your childhood, bachpan mein, you've read stories where animals used to be the characters, but there was a moral at the end of the story. The greatest example can be the story of grapes and the fox. So what moral is there? Only character is the fox, that is an animal, and the moral is what? When we don't get something, we think that is bad, but we must try for it. Okay, when the fox did not get the grapes, he said, okay, they must be sour, खट्टे होंगे इसीलिए नहीं मिले, so that is good. No, that is not the correct thing. Anyway, a short story with a moral where animals are there as characters are called fable. Okay, number 3, fables. Aesop's fables are very famous. Otherwise, there are Panchatantra stories. So, they are all fables where you get a moral, something to learn. And what is the meaning of moral? Plain meaning is lesson. Okay, a lesson at the end of the story. Simplest meaning. So, hymn won't be the answer. Hymn means prayer, mantra. Parody is different. Parody is comedy. Comedy, leg pulling actually. Parody is mazak udana. Fable is the correct answer. And ode means something written in dedication to a very good thing. So that is not also our answer. Our answer is fable. Number 6, the last one is what? Again the same kind, enclosed area where aircraft are kept and repaired. Okay, so harbinger, and then okay, in airports what happens is there is a particular place where the aircrafts are kept and they are repaired, the same as we have for cars. We park them, we keep them in the parking lots, we repair them over there also. Sometimes the mechanics come, so like that aircrafts are also maintained like that. But there is a special name for that place, and what is the name? Let's see our options. Our options, one is harbinger. Okay, harbinger word meaning is not related to this. Why? I'll tell. Harbinger means a bringer of something, an announcer of something, जो जिसके आने से हम समझते हैं कि ये आ गया है, मतलब it symbolizes something and brings something. For example is cuckoo, the bird cuckoo is the harbinger of spring, है ना. कोयल वसंत का harbinger है, क्योंकि whenever the koel bird sings we say that okay, now spring is near, so that is harbinger. That is not our answer. Hanger is the correct one, the number 2 option that is there. Hangar with a Hangar. Okay, hangar. So this is something to be known and kept in mind, that it is known as a hangar where aircrafts are kept. Okay, this spelling is wrong, that is why it won't be the answer. Hangar, this is something different with a E. This is that hanger thing on which we keep our clothes जिस पे टांगते हैं, that is a hanger. And with a this is the answer where aircrafts are kept. And hose is different. Hose is hose pipe, so that is not our answer. Anyway, so these are the questions we went through today. So it finishes our practice today. Next day again we will be doing the same thing. Maybe I'll bring some more questions to solve, and definitely I will just try to make another video on antonyms, synonyms thing, so that it becomes more clear to students. And when if you have checked the previous videos also, that is good, keep practicing them. And if there are other people who would like to study the same things and you would benefit it from studying there, so that will be good if you keep forwarding the things. I guess that brings this to an end. And keep studying and learning. Thanks for watching our videos. Keep in touch with the previous videos, share them with people, give feedbacks on how you feel they can be improved, if there are things to be done. Okay, that helps it. So thank you students. We'll meet in the next class. Goodbye.